In this video, I'll demonstrate how to achieve responsive design by using just one container for multiple device sizes. What we often see people do is create a duplicate container, assign it to mobile, and use visibility settings to control how it shows up. They'll then go into the mobile viewport and apply custom styles to the new container. However, creating duplicate containers like this actually overloads your page with unnecessary weight, making your pages difficult to manage and can affect page speed. We can achieve the same responsive behavior with just one container, and let me show you how. We'll start off by deleting the duplicate container and bringing back the visibility settings. One thing to note about responsive design is that styles applied by larger screen sizes are inherited by smaller screen sizes, which is why the content is pretty tight on the smaller screen size. However, any styles that are applied to smaller screen sizes will override the inherited styles from the larger screen sizes. So for example, let's say we don't want 80 pixels of padding on tablet, we actually want 40. So you can see that when we go back up to the desktop viewport, those styles will not affect the initial 80 pixel padding we applied. Now let's go to the mobile viewport. This is usually where the most dramatic style changes happen. Let's say we actually want 24 pixels of padding, and we want the container to be centered. And the text looks a little large, so we'll change that as well. So that's the mobile version. And as you can see, if you go up to the larger viewports, those changes we just made will override styles given to it by the larger screen sizes, but won't affect any of their styles. This is a really important concept of responsive design at Replo that allows you to use just one container for multiple devices. There are exceptions to this rule. We'll use this 3-section container as an example. Typically with these use cases, it looks great on desktop and tablet, but once we go into the mobile viewport, we can see that the content is really tight and there is nothing we can do to the styling of the content to optimize how it looks. Some people opt for vertically stacking the content, but many people prefer to save that screen real estate and have a horizontal layout. The only way to achieve this is to introduce a separate container for mobile with the content in a different component, which in this case would be a carousel. By doing this, you are actually restructuring the content on the smaller device. And a good rule of thumb to remember is that whenever your content requires a different component type, or any changes on the layers panel on the left side here, this indicates that you will need to use a duplicate container. However, if your container only requires style changes that can be made in the design panel on the right, you should still use only one container across all device sizes.